Okay, now we have a problem. Remember, we talked about three kinds. One is where you have two towns are coming towards each other. Another one, they have one town, they're going away from each other. And the third one, they start from the same place, and one of them goes faster and farther than the first one does. So, looking at this problem as we read it, keep those things in mind. Two cities are 2,460 miles apart. A plane leaves one of them traveling towards the other at an average speed of 400 miles per hour. At the same time, a plane leaves the other traveling towards the first at an average speed of 380 miles per hour. How long will it take them to meet? First of all, what do they want to know? They want to know the time. How long will it take these two trains to meet? Okay, so planes. So let's look at this. How do we decide which kind it is? Well, let's ask ourselves some questions. How many cities are mentioned? Yeah, you got it. 2. And how many speeds are mentioned? 2. Okay. Are they traveling towards each other, or are they traveling away from each other? Yeah, you're right. They're traveling towards each other. So, which one of these are we going to choose? We're going to choose the one that has two towns and that they are traveling towards each other. So let's draw that picture. We have town A and we have town B. And we have the plane. We're going to put some wings on our plane. This plane is traveling towards town B. And we have a plane over here. And this plane is traveling towards town A. Is that right? Do we got the picture right, guys? Yeah, we do. We got that picture right. Does it tell us how far apart these two towns are? Yeah, you're right. It sure does. Right up here at the top, it tells us how far apart these two towns are. 2,460 miles. So our total distance apart is 2,460 miles, and that's that total distance. Looking back and thinking about the pictures that we did earlier, you can identify this, okay? Now, what is the next thing we need to know about these two planes? Did I hear it? Yeah, how fast are they going? Fast, slow, what's happening here? Well, let's find that information in our problem. It says that plane number 1 is traveling at the average speed of 400 miles per hour. So let's put this on this chart. 400 miles per hour. Okay? Now let's look at the other one. How fast is that plane going? Yeah, you got it right here. 380 miles per hour. That's how fast this one is going. Now, our question asks us, how long will it take for the plane to meet? We're wanting to know the time, guys. So let's put that down. Our time is what? I'm going to give it the letter T to represent time. So the time is the same for both of them. So this one is the time for T, and this one is the time for T. Distance times rate times time equals distance, right? We've got it up there. Rate times time equals distance. So what is the distance of plane number 1? Well, let's first of all write down our equation. Plane number 1 plus plane number 2 is going to equal the total distance. TD stands for total distance. And this is actually the distance of plane number 1 and the distance of plane number 2. So what is it? What is the distance of plane number 1? It's on your chart. It says rate times time. 400 times the time is T. So now let's go from the words all the way to our equation. Let's do it over here so we don't have to go on over. 400 T plus, what's the rate of plane number 2? Yeah, it's right there on the chart, isn't it? 380 t is equal to, what's our total distance? Yeah, I hear that. You got it. 2,460. Yeah. Now we have an equation. And all we have to do to solve that equation is combine our like terms again. So 400 plus 380 is 780. T is equal to 2,460. Now, next step. What is it, guys? You've gone through this a lot. Tell me now. Tell me. Yeah, I hear that. It's division by the same number, 780 on both sides. Same thing's done. This makes 1, so you have t equals. Well, what is that going to be? I bet it's 3. 780 into 2460. Let's try 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3, 24. 21, 23. Guess what? It's not going to go in evenly. 0, 6, 2, and 1. 120 over 780. Not so nice. Let's go ahead and work it as a fraction and see what kind of a ratio we get here. If I had a calculator, I'd get it quick. Let's see, 6 goes into both of them, goes in 2 times. 6 into that goes 1 and 3. 2/13. Well, let's see, 3 hours and 2/13 of an hour. Not a nice number. We could get a decimal on that if you had a calculator handy, and that's probably what we would have done on this, is use that calculator. So there it is. That's how long it's going to take, a little over 3 hours, for these two planes to get that far apart. Surely that was a wrong copy from the book. They don't usually have them be weird numbers like that. But as you see, sometimes you get weird numbers.